scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. Scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm gonna pop it till I drop, cause I ain't dropping Miss Daisy. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I got a boast, I move like a ghost. Give them that Patrick Swayze's. All of them lost, they knew the cost. I chase them down, I'm the boss. Up in the circle, hitting that purple. If that don't work, maybe a perk. Well, Madison High, that is the spot where I get paid every raise. Sign on my checks with a big X, then get up out of my space. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. All of my shit, always legit, it's just what my mama gave me. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. Call it a win, once I begin, I'ma do it for my baby. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I am the one, hot like the sun, winning the races that pay me. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. Hitting the throttle, popping the bottle, pour it on top of like gravy. It's never a cap, winning the snap, and no one got nothing to say. I'm in every place, taking every race, nobody can get in my way. Tapping the brake, first to the tape, I never knew how to die. Give all the rest, all of my best, all that it takes running dry. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. You think you know how this will go, don't be so goddamn hasty. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'll see you there, blood in the air, victory's gonna be tasty. Crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance. Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
The tracks you'd forgotten about are the ones you love.
131 Retro.
These go to 11.
Spartans! Start your engines! Spartan! 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 March! Spartan! 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 March! Overland, in the field, conquer all, never yield. Spartan, 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 Spartan march. Thundering, charging in, the time is now, we race to win. Spartan, 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 Spartan march. Spartan, start your engines.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the SSRL Appalachian Chillbilly Series. This is the penultimate race of the 2026 official season for us, and we're here in Tennessee, music country, Nashville Superspeedway. I yourself am one of your commentators. You've heard me all season long, Wesley Fuge. I don't have Gage with me in the booth. Instead, I've got Hunter Hughes.
Hello. Excited to be here.
Now, Hunter, I know you know a lot of these boys because you were racing with them earlier on in the season, and with how slick this track can get, and I know you know it's slick. We've held a couple races on it beforehand. How well do you think they're going to manhandle it?
You know, I think I think they should do pretty well. The Masters Series last night went green all the way through. As long as people just keep their head on their shoulders and run until the finish line, I think we'll be all right.
All right, you know what? I completely agree. And we can go ahead and we can look at the point standings for what we've had with only 2 races left to go. Blair Holloman, it says he's in first, and he actually wrapped up the championship 2 weeks out when we were at Dover. All he had to do was start the race, and it was his. So now these final 2 are going to be kind of victory laps for him, but there's still that battle for second. Snyder and Westwood are right on top of each other. Prohl, he's outside looking in as well. So it's still game on for second and third place. And then there's always just that top 10, everybody kind of skirting around.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Cheney moving up into the top 10. Looks like he's only a handful of points behind Jordan Taylor's in the 9, so that would be a good battle to watch as well.
Definitely always a good battle to watch. And looking at the keys to the race, so tire wear increases significantly during extended green flag runs. It's not going to be like what we would have seen last night at the Masters Series. There is some tire degradation. It's a concrete track, which typically eats tires up more than what you would see at the asphalt like Charlotte. But there's kind of also a plateau that we saw last night. Not exactly sure we're going to see the same thing tonight.
You know, and then the next thing is the track position and pit strategy play a huge role. It's hard to pass here at Nashville. You're going to want to try to get your positions within the first 5 to 10 laps of the run, because once everyone starts getting into a groove, it's going to be a lot tougher to make passes.
Finally, you got late race restarts. You want to talk about how difficult it is to make passes up on this track. This is the best time to do it. It actually consistently decides who wins or who doesn't. If there's a restart within the final 10, especially within the final 5, or if we have a green-white checkered, that very last restart, who gets the best jump, tends to decide who wins the race. And then looking at not just that, but kind of some track info, we've got 1.33 miles. It's a mile and a third long, 115 laps. Really looking at a single stop with 4 sets of tires for the trucks throughout the total, 3 extra on pit road plus what they have. Gonna be a interesting night. If people need the tires come cautions, they can definitely come and get them.
Yeah, and then you're looking at air temp 75 degrees. Nice warm day, but not too hot. Track temp 81. You know, that cool track temp is gonna play into the tire wear as well. Clear skies. And the fuel range being about 60 to 65 laps as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is typically when we'd say sayonara for a little bit and go to our national anthem. But more recently in NASCAR time, we've had the passing of the late, great Kyle Busch. We're going to step away for a moment, and we're going to have a little tribute video for him.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They get it. They touch. They touch. And go Kyle. Hamlin not on the ball. Hamlin spins down the racetrack, and Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice to each other.
The 2015 Cup Series champion. And here comes the Candyman. 52nd career Cup victory for Kyle Busch, Toyota, and Joe Gibbs Racing.
Get out the broom.
Kyle Busch is going to add his name to the illustrious list of Brickyard 400 winners.
And I just got in the corner a little too hot and just got up into the fence a little bit. And then, I don't know, 2-3 laps later, it blew out.
For these guys, it was actually a broken A-arm that had them in the evening from the...
Awesome here. Thank you, boys.
Kyle, how do you feel about the way you were penalized for what happened out there?
Alrighty, and we are back after that short intermittence. And we welcome you to the starting grid. Starting on pole, locked it down, locked out the admin box 2 weeks ago. Heath Snyder to his outside, the 03, the doctor of Dakota Ramsdale. Starting third, Tommy Lark. Next to him, Jacob Barker. Row 3, Kyle Westwood and Jordan Sailors. Row 4, we have Justin Boyles making his start in the Yoo-Hoo truck with Jared Hayes to his outside. Then finally, rounding out your top 10, it's going to be the 45 of Tyler Chaney and the 07 of Christian Strader. And then going back to 11th, we have Blair Holloman, your championship winner, with Lilith Peters to his outside.
And we have Colton Gardner in the Forever Rowdy number 40 and Andrew Nagy starting 14th. Then we have Joseph DuPont in that 87 Pink Machine and Tyler Rouse in the 81 starting 16th. Steven Luttrell starting 17th and Art Nicotera starting 18th. James Staples starting off 19th and JP Jones rolling off 20th. Robert Lewis rolling off 24th or 21st and Noah Waters rolling off 22nd. And rounding out the field is Christopher Fuge in that Nos Kyle Busch tribute paint scheme.
Yes, you might have seen as we were going through the field a lot of KB honorary paint schemes tonight, as he did pass 2 weeks ago right before the Charlotte races. Come lap 18, there will be a graphic put up on screen and we will all honor a moment of silence for him. But that's not going to stop what comes 17 laps, those 17 laps before. Coming through 3 and 4, we're on the slick, sleek concrete in Tennessee. Pace truck is off to the restart zone. Snyder and Ramsdale. And they're underway. Green flag here in Music City. Ramsdale, great launch around the outside. Gonna actually get Snyder going into turn 1, possibly. And they're gonna be really tight right there, going through it. Run off of 2, still side by side. Oh, contact, car spinning in the back. Caution out, 99 to Nagy. It looked like got into the wall off of 2 and collected some along with them.
Yeah, it looks like as we go back here, just looks like people fighting for room that isn't there yet. It looks like it was
actually
99.
Lilith Peters that got into the wall, and then Nagy trying to check up just got into the back of her and nowhere to go, had a car to his inside, and that's what it wrote. Yeah, Noah Walters with the black flag. He did have to serve a drive-through before the race, which he's still gonna have to do. He's got to do it under green. Can't happen under caution. So he's gonna have to hope that he can get that first lap in to where he can dive off onto pit road. And while we're under caution here, we didn't get it to it beforehand, but we can go ahead, get our picks for the race put in now. I went with a man, he got his first win not too long ago. I went with the 07 of Christian Strader. He's been on fire. I mean, you almost saw him when you have the positions mixed up, Kobe. You saw him fight out with Tyler Chaney at Watkins Glen, and then he put on an absolute show for us later on in the season at Dover. So I'm going with him tonight. Hunter, who you got?
You know, I got the 5 of Jacob Barker. He's always been quick. He's getting better every week. He seems to be getting better. And this week he's in that beautiful Kyle Busch Kellogg's tribute. So look for that number 5 to be up in the front. And right now he is running in position number 5. So let's hope he can get to the front.
And then finally off to our great producer, Kobe.
Okay, boys. So I've had a bit of a thought about this. I don't like Nashville. I cannot stand Nashville. It is a bitter track to race around. Now, with that in mind, Isn't there a saying, a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down? Well, I had to see the doctor about that, so you guessed it. I've gone with the doctor. If my graphic wants to appear, there the bastard is. So yeah, the doctor. And he's in first. Well, he was in first. Now he's lurking back in second. But hey, he's going well. Over to you, gentlemen. Good call.
Well, there are our picks tonight, the 5, the 07, and the 03. No one diving off onto pit road if they didn't need it. You see the 81 of Rouse. He's down pit road as it sits, getting some damage repaired on his truck after being caught up in that caution come lap 1. We're going to line them up 2 by 2 here. 1 lap until we are back green. And Hunter, I know you personally. You're my boss on another league and such, and I already mentioned it. You raced against these guys, so you have a lot more intel about what it comes with the open setups and how they might do it throughout a night. What do we probably see as the track gets cooler and the night goes on?
You know, I think we're gonna see the bottom be favored for most of the night. I know you can make the top work, but the bottom saves tires more. Just wrapping bottom feeding the whole night. I think we're gonna see a lot of that. If we get into a super long run, we might see the top start to come in. But if we keep getting these short runs, I think you're gonna see everyone trying to get to the bottom as fast as they can as the pace car rolls off.
Pace truck back off the track. We're gonna try it again. Lap 4 going on to lap 5, and a great jump this time by the 29 of Heath Snyder. He left Ramsdale in the dust in that restart box.
I look at the 04 here of Tommy Lark trying to make a move on that 03.
On the exit of 2, a couple trucks up into the wall. No big moments this time around. Going into 3, and this is where we saw you always wanted to be hugging the bottom, but some guys are a lot higher up the track this time than what we had last night. Lark and Ramsdale still side by side for second.
Yep, side by side. I think Tommy Lark is gonna have it here, but that's gonna open up the door for the 92 of Westwood. He's looking to stick his nose in there and get underneath of that 03.
And his nose is going to be right there for the moment. As Tyler Cheney, he's looking to the inside of the 88th Jordan Sailors. Westwood not able to make the move on the 03 of Dakota Ramsdale.
Still watching that battle between Jordan Sailors and Tyler Cheney. 2 drivers that are very, very aggressive. It'll be fun to watch how this battle develops. They're still door to door.
It is going to be fun to watch. And then you also have Noah Walters. He had that drive-through at a serve, and he's back on track right in the middle of this pack. He's a little bit slower, and everybody's going to try to shoot to the outside. You see the 49. That's Christopher Fuge. He's making his way up through the field, starting dead last.
Yeah, Christopher Fuge up a ton of positions after starting shotgun on the field.
Up front, Westwood got around Ramsdale for third.
Here comes my pick, Jacob Barker, looking to make a move on that 03. He's right there in his draft. Oh, little wall scrape.
A little bit of wall contact, and I think he was also loose on exit. That allows the 88 of Sailors to get by, as well as the 54 of Tyler Cheney. Now he's got championship winner Blair Holloman all over his rear bumper. Oh, into the wall again for the 5. And I hate to say it, Hunter, but I think we might have put the commentator's curse on one of our teammates.
Well, there's still a lot of racing left. Jacob just needs to lock back in and put his head back down and get back to that bottom of the track, which he's doing right now.
And wrapping the bottom is what you want. Here comes the 40, Colton Gardner, and way down the track, the 54 Cheney. Of Tyler Cheney.
Speaking of Gardner looking pretty good tonight. Up a couple of spots. Looks like he's got a fast truck.
Got the 07, that's straighter behind him. And then right behind them, you have the 49 and the 69, Chris Fuge, Jared Hayes. Just a whole bunch of trucks right here in the mid-pack. But it's out front. Heath Snyder, he's got not a commanding lead on the field. He's got about 0.3 of a second, so not able to drive away from the 04 of Tommy Lark. And Lark's keeping him honest, but he's not feeling the exact pressure of someone right up underneath your rear bumper.
I think Heath Snyder, a very smart driver. He's just maintaining that gap to second. He's not trying to push too hard. He's not trying to give too much. Just leaving that gap at about 0.3, just so he can chill and ride for the rest of this run.
Chill and ride. You also got to be careful about the aero wash. I know it's called a super speedway, but it's not a super speedway. I went over this last night with Joe. It's 1.1 miles, so it's not even the true cookie cutter intermediate of 1.5 miles. Super speedways, we're typically looking at 2.5, 2 2/3 miles long, and you're flat out all the way around. You can't be flat out around here. The banking's not high enough for you.
You know, that's what makes Nashville so unique, because it drives kind of like a intermediate, but then if you take the corner like it's an intermediate track like Charlotte or Texas or whatever, then you're going to hit the wall on the exit at 2 and 4. So you have to back up your corners a little more than you're expecting because they come at you pretty fast.
Come at you pretty fast. There's also how slick it is. You could, if you come at it like you would, say, Charlotte or Texas, you're going to end up sliding up through the middle of the turn. You actually want to go for a late apex or just hug it all the way around the bottom for as long as you can off throttle. And that allows you to keep yourself out of the wall. And everybody's doing pretty good at the moment. Right there, Lark into the wall.
Now Lark gets in the wall, and that's going to open the door for Kyle Westwood. After falling back a few positions, he is back right up in the mix again.
Right back into the mix, pushing the 04 hard into turn 3 as he disappeared. And he's back. Snyder leads Westwood, leads Lark. Then you got the 88 of Sailors and the 03 of Dakota Ramsdale going through 3 and 4. This is lap 17. We're going to take a moment here as we come across the start-finish line. We're going to have a lap of silence for Kyle Busch and his passing, the 18 being what he was most known for. All right, and we thank you for that moment. And I will say, in the 18, which is what Kyle Busch is known for, and I'm pretty sure it's the reason why you drive that same number, Hunter. He was known as the villain. He was aggressive. He did what he did to get what he wanted. But it's a character trait, and he played it pretty well.
Yeah, one of my first ever races I remember watching as a little kid was the 2012 Bud Shootout, when Kyle Busch almost spun out multiple times and was able to save it and actually win that race. But Man, there is a heck of a battle shaping up right now between the 32, the 54, and the 03. Pretty sure they were 3 wide for a moment. It's going to be really fun to watch these drivers for a couple more laps.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, it's tight from the in-car perspective, and you probably don't know exactly how tight it is until you're outside the truck. But, I mean, they're running mere inches, maybe even half an inch off each other at points. And you talk about being under the cover of a blanket, you can fit probably just a throw blanket and hit all 3 of those trucks.
Blair Holloman got really loose exiting turn 4 that previous lap, and that's going to temporarily take him out of the fight, but he has managed to crawl his way back into it.
And Tyler Cheney looking to the inside of Dakota Ramsdale. 54 put him up to 5th for a moment. Ramsdale going to fire it back around the outside. 54 wrapping the yellow paint.
And all these 3 fighting has drugged the 45 and the 40 right up to them. Let's watch Justin Boyles and Colton Gardner try and work their way through this mess as well.
Not only did it bring 2 trucks towards them, it's also let the 3 up front, Snyder, Westwood, and Lark, kind of sail away. They've got about 0.2 of a second to the group behind them. Well, not 0.2 of a second, but about a second now. It's Tyler Cheney. Huge send. Got in front of Dakota Ramsdale through 1 and 2. Now he's leading that pack, leading the charge. Holloman going to look to the inside.
You could say they Jordan Sailored away.
Okay, get this man out of here.
Look at
if
the 45
it was the 88,
now.
I would have allowed it.
That 03 does not look... Yeah, that 03 does not look comfortable sitting on that middle lane. I think he's begging to get back to the paint.
Yeah, I'm not... From what I know, I didn't run trucks, so we ran the cup cars. I was not comfortable anywhere on this track. I did not like it in the slightest. That middle lane, especially, I tried to wrap the paint. It wouldn't work. Once it got in the middle, I was like, nope, 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 straight to the wall.
Colton Gardner now looking underneath of the 45 of Justin Boyles.
He's got affiliate teammate Jacob Barker right behind him. The 07 of Christian Strader, he's right there in picture as well. We're looking at 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Barker,
going way
not
up high.
I said Barker, I meant Gardner way to the top of the track. I don't think he meant to do that. Here comes the 07 of Strader to the inside. It's looking like in the trucks, you can actually run it higher than what we saw last night with the Cup cars in the Master Series. The Master Series, you did not want to be anywhere but on the bottom of the track. Here, you can kind of run the middle or even a little higher than the middle and still have pretty decent speed on corner exit. As I think Gardner, he's going to defend his position running the outside. Nearly 3 wide down the backstretch for a moment.
Yeah, if anyone is going to take risks on the top, it's going to be that 40 of Colton Gardner. As the 5 of Jacob Barker now looking underneath of the 07. Looking to regain some of those lost positions early on.
And while that battle that we saw between the 54, 32, and 03, Cheney, Holloman, and Ramsdale did kind of lose them from that top 3, that started to close a little bit once they got single filed back out. It got up to a whole second. Now it's flirting around 8 to 9 tenths.
Mm-hmm.
Further back in the pack, can't even tell who that is for a second. We got the 01, or no, that's not the 01. That's the 14 of Robert Lewis. He's to the inside of the, who is the 8? Hold on. Is that Jared Hayes? The 8, what's showing as the 8 of Jared Hayes, but it's actually supposed to be the 69. He's to the inside. You've got Peters and the 87 a DuPont further behind, watching this happen, seeing if they might be able to pick up a piece or two.
And don't look now, but looking back up the front, the gap to the lead has closed a ton. Kyle Westwood is right on the back bumper of your leader, Heath Snyder.
Ram versus Chevy. It's the battle of the non-Ford manufacturers here. And Westwood, I mean, he's shown speed time and time again throughout the season. Look at how he takes turns one. He enters so high and then just cuts off the corner. Gives him a great run through two. Is he going to take the advantage? He does. Moves to the inside going into three. Westwood wanting the lead.
Westwood wanting the lead, but Heath Snyder not giving it up easy on that top line. Oh, Heath Snyder way up high, but he's going to make it work. So far,
both of them slid up the track. They were both pushing so hard to get the lead from one another. Oh, possible contact there.
That's going to send Heath Snyder way out of the groove and allow Tommy Lark to fill in that hole as well.
Lark, he's going to back out. Snyder going to keep on to second. But guess what? Here's the 88 Sailors. He's right to the back along with Cheney and Holloman. Everybody's gotten back together. It's almost no time between any of the cars.
And it looked like everyone was playing bumper cars there as they exited four. I think I saw maybe 5 or 6 different cars tap the wall there.
Bumper cars on corner exit. Not what I would have said it was, but you're not wrong. These exits kind of just throw you to the wall if you're not ready for it. Now you've got the 54 of Tyler Cheney. He got past the 88 of Jordan Sailors. He's looking at the top 3 now.
Yeah, it looked like Jordan Sailors possibly let him have it. I saw it briefly as they entered turn 3. Tyler Cheney sent it in deep and was able to clear him before they exited the corner.
Now Holloman's going to have a look.
You know, we're getting to that point of the run now where maybe the people that pushed really hard in the beginning are starting to have their tires fall off. So this is where we're really going to start to see who did a good job saving their tires.
Yeah, and saving tires, that's one thing that I know some of these guys, they do well, some don't. Some have been working on and have improved all season long. I'm mainly looking at that 54. At the beginning of this season, he was not very good at saving tires at all. He's slowly worked on it and he's gotten better. As Snyder, he's wanting the lead back. He's all over the rear bumper of Westwood, 92-29. And here comes Cheney to the inside of Tommy Lark for P3.
Yeah, Cheney
sailed it off into one.
Fire right now.
Lark
Cheney
looking
not
to possibly put his nose.
Yeah, Cheney not wasting any time though. He has turned up the aggression. He gets a little loose there. See Tyler repping the KBM logo on the back of his truck. Always love to see it.
Battle for third rages on. So does the battle for the lead. Snyder's, he's putting pressure all over the back of Westwood there. And those two are absolutely moving through the field. They've got 0.8 of a second back to third. And they're just pushing each other, running faster and faster. The two fastest trucks on the track right now.
Right as you say that, you see the 29 looking low, looking to make the pass on the 92 for the lead. They're dead even as they head into turn 3.
Dead even into turn 3. This is where we saw Westwood. He made the move to really put it into position. Still side by side off turn 4 to the line. Snyder had it that time. Westwood, he's got the momentum around the top. That's going to be a tight slide for the 29. He just got it in there. Westwood, though, he's going to have momentum. Put the bumper to the back of Snyder. Let him have it for the moment. Regroup yourself.
Looking at Jordan Sailors now. Jordan Sailors has kind of been bleeding time a bit, as he's going to get a bump from the 45 of Justin Boyles. And look at that, the man Colton Gardner up in the mix. It looks like Jordan Sailor's burnt up a little too much tire too early in the run. Because at one point he was up in the top 3 fighting, and now it looks like he's struggling to hold on to the top 10.
He's struggling to hold on to it for the moment. He's got his teammate, though, Justin Boyles, sitting back behind him, giving him great shoves down the straightaways. He's going to get back in front of Ramsdale. Now Boyles, he's going to try the outside of the 03. Whoa, and truck sideways. I believe that was the 99 of Nagy in the background. We're looking at this battle right now. This is the battle for 6th place between Sailors, Boyles, Ramsdale, and Gardner. And they're all, you see about 4 different lines going into 1, through 1 and 2. As hold on to it, Dakota. Huge wiggle. Thankfully able to corral it. Nobody else involved. There was no contact. He squeezed the 40 of Gardner on exit as he was loose trying to save it. And now they've kind of single fouled out. Further behind, that's the 07 of Christian Strader and the 5 of Jacob Barker. They're side by side going into 1. Barker wants to start climbing back up. He lost some positions early. Strader, meanwhile, he's been sitting just about where he qualified.
And while that battle is going on, your top 2 have pulled to over a second lead on Tyler Cheney. So it looks like Westwood and Snyder have just kind of calmed down and are just looking to put some time on the board now.
They calmed down in the sense of not fighting each other. As Boyles, he's going to shoot to the outside through 1 and 2 of his teammate Jordan Sailors. Sailors, like you said, might have burned those that stuff up. 45 clear through first 6 at the moment. And Gardner, he's back there. He's got, seems like, a better entry into 3, and then Ramsdale able to get the middle of the corner just a tad bit better than him. They're about even when you really look at it through 3 and 4. And we've kind of got ourselves 4 distinct groups within this top 10. First car onto pit road, 24, James Staples. It's a little bit shorter than what we expected with the estimated fuel mileage. We expected a 1 stop, looking like he might try for a 2.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, though, because he broke the bubble, so we might start see different strategies opening up here with green flag pit stops.
I'd definitely look at different strategies for sure. And the 2 stop versus the 1 stop. Now the 2 stop, you're on pit road for 1 extra time. You're going to lose yourself about 45 seconds doing that. However, the caveat is you're going to have fresher tires more often than those that just make the 1 stop. But is it going to be enough to close up the gap of the time lost that you did making that extra stop?
You're seeing Jordan Sailors starting to put the pressure back on Justin Boyles in the 45. Maybe it's not all over for that 88.
Oh, he's down to the inside, running the rowdy scheme as well. Great paint job that we've seen from some of these guys. As Tyre Rouse, he's off on the backstretch. Way down to the inside wall. That truck looks like it's not exactly happy, though it is going through grass at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get off into pit road with no issue, so we'll stay green here. Oh, contact from JP.
Yeah, that was a moment out of the 21. and trying to save it. The 81, he's coming up the track expecting the 21 to keep his line on exit. Not quite the case whenever you're losing a truck.
And these four have been so fascinating to watch all night. As actually Jordan Saylor is going to lose the spot to Ramsdell in that 03. And now Colton Gardner looking to capitalize.
Gardner is going to tuck up behind his Ram Racing teammate of the 88. Pushing him back in front of the 03. Saylor's back in front of Ramsdell. And this group is kind of where most of the battle is. I mean, there's 3-4 cars that are always almost 2x2 at any given moment. Ramsdell, a little moment through the middle of the corner. He's got it kind of stabilized, though. 40 of Colton Gardner. He's going to look to the inside of the 03 going into 3.
Yeah, I can tell Colton has been patient this entire time, and I think he's starting to say, all right, it's time to get racing now.
It's probably exactly what he said. You know, and we know that he does that exactly every single time he races. He's patient. He lets everybody use their stuff up. He's the old man driving style. Meanwhile, up front, you see on the pylon of the scoreboard, the 32 of Blair Holloman. He got around the 54 of Tyler Cheney for third. Holloman now going to look to track down the 2 leaders of Snyder and Westwood. And he's got himself a pretty good gap to the 54 behind him. And he's running faster than the 2 in front, though it's not by much, only about a 1/10 of a second. Snyder, though, he's given himself also a little bit of breathing room. At one point, we saw Westwood directly behind him, giving him pressure. He's got that breathing room. Holloman up into third, Cheney's fourth, Larkin fifth, Boyle, Sailors, Ramsdell, and Gardner. We've seen the 4 of them battle it out for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Then Nagy's going to round out to your top 10 at the moment. He's bringing along, though. He's getting to that battle, and Stephen Luttrell's right behind him.
Yeah, Nagy has been kind of quiet through this middle run, but he's hanging out there in 11th, just minding his time, and the 2 of them are kind of catching up to, whoa, as the 36 gets really loose there. As Nagy is going to look to get back around the 36, but
no, Sophie, Blair's not doing all that bad. He's actually probably the best one on the track for the moment being. Meanwhile, Nagy and Luttrell, they're both side by side once again. That's their 10th place spot. Right behind them, you're able to see the 14 of Robert Lewis, the 07 of Christian Schrader, the 5 of Jacob Barker. Robert Lewis able to get past both of them a couple moments ago. He's going to look forward to see his teammate of the 99 battling in and say, you know what, I might want a piece of that fight for the top 10.
all right, we're about 5 laps. We're about 5 laps away from lap 60, so we'll see when that pit road starts to get pretty busy. Should be happening soon.
Happening soon. It's also going to happen fast, and you don't want to be caught out of cycle. Now, what I mean by that is you don't want to be on pit road for way later than everyone. Yes, you'll have some fresher tires later on, but you're also going to be on older tires while people are on newer tires. And even though you might have, say, about a 5-lap offset, it's not going to be much at the very end. So you kind of want to be on the early side of pit stop. But on the opposite of that, if you come too early and a caution flies, you're going to get stuck a lap down and you're going to be almost out of the chance to win it. Got several trucks scraping the wall out of 2.
Let's see. Looks like the 01 has made their call to come into pit road. So she will be the first one on this. Oh, as the 0-1 barely makes it into there. Not sure if that's going to cause a penalty. But the 0-1 pitting alone right now. On a track like this, maybe pitting alone is the right call.
It might be, but you're also going to want to get out in free space.
Here comes the 45, the 04, and the 03 onto pit road.
87 with DuPont as well. Pit stops are happening, people. Get
Pit
the guns
road
ready.
is-
Watch your speed. Don't make any mistakes.
Just got the call that the 07 is making their way onto pit road.
Gonna see him on in the background. There he is,
he
coming
comes,
in hot. Slow it down. Leader 29, he's going to stay out on pit road. A lot of people going to do it. Oh, or not staying out. He's staying out on the track. 36, that's Steven Luttrell. He's into pit road now. A lot of leaders coming in. However, when is the leader going to make his stop? He's got a healthy near 3/4 second gap back to Kyle Westwood. And then Holloman, he's broken it down to about 1.5 seconds. Just look in the background. You see the trucks going by. There's the 29 of Snyder. He stayed out again. Well, so did Westwood. Top 4, top 5 stayed out. 40's coming on to pit road.
Here comes Colton.
Here comes the 5 as
Jacob,
well.
Christopher Fuge going to be making his way down as well.
And Chris, he fired off like a rocket ship. His truck did die out at the end. And, oh, see the 07 of Strader. He's back on the pit road. Did he speed? That's going to be some huge implications if that's the case. Yep, Strader, he sped down pit road, so he's got to serve a drive-through.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That is a fast car, and we haven't gotten any cautions except for that first lap 1 caution, so he's going to be praying that a
Leaders
yellow
on the
comes
pit road.
out.
Snyder, Cheney, Holloman. Westwood, he's also on the pit road now. Everybody's coming in. 88, 45. It's going to leave your leader as Andrew Nagy. He's not come on to pit road yet. Are we going to see more pull off behind? 21, JP Jones, he's on the pit road. Everybody has now hit their pit cycle except, I believe, the 99 of Andrew Nagy, who just called it in. He's coming in. Jared Hayes also yet to be on the pit lane.
So we watch the cycle here. 99 on the pit road. I'm curious to see where that 0-1 blended.
Hayes also going to be on.
As she was the first one to make the call to come down. As of right now, it looks like she's sitting 11th, but she's got a hard charging Colton Gardner and Luttrell right behind them.
Snyder, he's going to cycle back to the lead, though the gap is about the same, but it's a different car behind him. Still an orange one, but it's going to be the 04 Tommy Lark. Ramsdale able to jump up into 3rd after the round of pit stops. Everybody has made their stop. Some have made 2, pitting underneath that caution to get some damage repairs done. Snyder, Lark, Ramsdell, Westwood, Holloman, your top 5. 45 with Justin Boyles. He snuck his way up there with a good, decent stop. Tyler Cheney losing out. Biggest loser ever is going to be the 07 of Christian Strader. Got caught speeding. Had to serve a drive-through. He's all the way down into 21st spot, being a lap down.
Looking like there's a big clump of cars here right next to where that 07 is. Remember, the 07 is a lap down, but he's looking to try and fight his way and pick his way through the field. That 36 or 38 is right there.
36.
All right, no, it's 36. But Jacob Barker keeps hitting the wall. Watched him do it the past 3 laps and stuff.
That's the battle for 10th. 01 Lilith Peters, 36 Stephen Luttrell, 5 Jacob Barker. You see the 88 of Jordan Sailors. He's peeking his nose in the background. So that's your top 10 battle. Lilith Peters has it. Everybody else wants it. 07 of not Ramsdell, sorry. But Strader wanted to get his lap back, but he's falling back. He's going to let these guys race, not really fight anything and make it hard for anyone else.
Interesting to see, because I believe that 88 lost a couple of spots on pit road. Let's see what he can do to get those back. Ooh, 36, a little low. Got a 4-car battle here. 88 splitting him 3 wide middle. 88 is on a mission right now.
Looking up towards the front, Westwood finally back into second place. He got around Lark. Here comes Holloman and Ramsdell. They're still nose to tail, 2nd through 5th. First place, Heath Snyder. He's got a 2-second lead over everyone else. Holloman, a big wiggle off of 4 there. Looking back, we see the 88. That's Sailors. He's gotten around everyone. He's in front of the 01 of Lilith Peters. Give him the top 10 position. Now it's time for him to go hunting a little bit. He's got the 40 of Colton Gardner in front of him, and he's a whiles away, but if he can just set sail, he can track him down.
Looking back up front there, Blair Holloman making the move on Tommy Lark. And starting to reel in Kyle Westwood in that 92.
What you don't want to do, I'd say, is start fighting for that 2nd spot. Snyder, he's 2 seconds up the road. Both these trucks of Westwood and Holloman have shown they can be faster than them. Work together, get back, shorten that gap. Run down your leader and make him actually work for the win, because if we're guessing correctly, nobody else should have to pit for the moment. This is green till the end. No more stops need to be done.
Yeah. By the way they've been racing tonight, it looks like that there isn't going to be a yellow, but
don't say that now.
I mean, just commentator cursed that, but you know, we're seeing a repeat of the Masters race from last night. You know, drivers just kind of taking their time and just making moves that they know will count and not doing anything stupid.
Don't do anything absurd. We're going to have a good race. Holloman, he's all over the back of his teammate. 32 on the 92. He's going to peek to the inside through the tri-oval. Not going to be able to be close enough to make the move into 1. Or is he? He's going to the inside now. Holloman through to 2nd. Westwood didn't put up a fight. They're not going to lose too much time.
Yeah, that's ideally the best. If you're Blair Holloman, that was the best way that pass could have been made. He looked like he was still able to hit his marks perfectly fine, and he didn't get slowed down at all by making that pass on the 92.
And Holloman, he's already starting to cut into that lead. It was 2 seconds whenever he took over second place. He's got it down 0.2 of a second, 1.8, 1.5, hovering around that area. Last time around on the track, 31.04 for Snyder. And a 39.4. That's a 1/10 of a second difference. Holloman's got the better car. It's just going to be, can he keep it consistent with that gap and run down your leader? Further back, you still got that battle of the midfield. 32, not the 32, but the 88 of Sailors. He's caught up to the rear of the 40 of Colton Gardner. We said once he got in front of the 01, if he could just drive it away, he could get there. He's gotten there, and he's feeling a little hungry.
I was looking at their lap times, and Jordan Sailors is running almost 2/10 faster than Colton Gardner. But you got to think too, we saw the aggressive driving bite Jordan Sailors in the first run, so we'll see if this evens out. And you know, Colton always takes really good care of his tires, so Colton might be 2 or 3 tenths off the pace, but he might just be in ultra save mode.
Be in ultra save mode until the final bit. Little bit of a squirrely exit from the 80 Sailors didn't cost him much anything. I think it actually might have helped and turned his car a little bit more to get onto the front stretch. Both of them holding about the same lines. They enter about mid corner and then duck down to the yellow paint. Sailors moves up higher on exit. Not gonna have the move for the moment. Is he gonna peek to the inside? Yes, he does. 88 inside of the 40 into turn 3.
Yeah, it looks like Colton fighting back on that outside. Not just gonna give it to him. Gonna put up a fight.
Think he's gonna give it here through 1 and 2 this time.
Oh, but the
He
crossover.
He gives it up. Crossover on the way though. He's got the momentum down the backstretch. The 40 now gonna send it to the inside. He does not. 88 Sailors covers it off. Further up the field, 54 Tyler Cheney. He's gotten to 5th around the 03 of Dakota Ramsdale. Ramsdale starting to fall back a little. As the 24, he's back on the pit road for what we assume is his second and last time, splitting up to a 2-stop instead of the 1. He's going to have those fresher tires, but he's going to be way back in the field. Also falling back along with the 03, the 01, she's starting to fall back. Had Sailors and Barker go around her. Now it's going to be the 99 and Nagy going around, and a couple trucks lined up behind. 87 to DuPont, 14 Robert Lewis.
Hey, you see the 24 blending back out onto the track now, and it just doesn't look like that 2-stop strategy was the right call, unfortunately.
Don't think it was, and he's going to be right there in the battle for second. Holloman trying to fend off his teammate in the 92. A little bit sideways through 2. It helped the 92 with some speed. Here he comes to the rear bumper. He's going to move it to the inside. No, Holloman covers it off. Westwood, he's going to peak a little bit higher. Get the cut down mid corner and look for the better exit. Battle rages on for second.
I was going to say, Blair Holloman doing all the right things at the right time. Now is clear of second place and is going to start looking to put the hunt on for that lead. Your champion looking to add another one to the tally.
I mean, why not? He wrapped it up 2 weeks ago. Why not just go put an exclamation point on your great season he's had? And it's not just that he's been lights out winning every race. It's been more of a consistent drive for him. Constant top 10s, top 5s. As you see, oh, well, that's not a pass as the 17 of Art Nicotera. He's a lap down. But the 45 of Justin Boyles, he moves himself into 6th place past the 03 of Dakota Ramsdale. And Sailors at the moment, I mean, he's gotten that gap as the 92 and 32 have been battling. It's back up to 2 seconds. 88 of Sailors, another one to watch. He's been moving up through the field, got around the 40 Gardner several laps ago. He's starting to hunt down the two in front of him, being Dakota Ramsdell and Justin Boyles, who he can see out his front windshield. And Ramsdell, he's on to pit road.
Interested to see if that was a two-stop scheduled pit stop or an unscheduled.
I don't think that was 100% planned. His truck just was not happy with him at the moment. Before this, he came in around lap about 60 or so. So he was able to make it with just a single stop, but truck not feeling it. He was losing too much time.
As we see the 24 here looking to get his lap back from your leader.
Yes,
there's a handful of
Snyder isn't good by gear.
There's a handful of lap cars in between the 29 and the 32. I was watching Heath Snyder was able to get around the lap traffic pretty easily without losing too much time.
But he's also got more lap traffic in front of him. Like we said, James Staples in the 24 just got one of his laps back. And then just in front of there's the number 8 of I have to look back to see who it is. Jared Hayes, he's still on the lead lap. Gonna probably try to fight to keep it directly in front of your leader now. And if you're Snyder, I don't think you need to push the envelope. You've got the, right there, as you can see, the 92 of Westwood. He got back by the 32 of Holloman. Those two are fighting behind. They're going to cost each other time. Don't worry about trying to pass the lap cars, lap trucks. They're not going to hold you up if you just sit behind and ride, as these two keep costing each other time. Gap now 2.3 seconds from first to second.
Yeah, they lost almost 0.4 of a second in that last lap alone. So if they want to catch the leader, but also they're not really catching the lap traffic that quickly. They're kind of running decent pace with JP Jones up there. JP having a decent day. Running P16 currently. In that Chillbilly machine. Also a Kyle Busch throwback. Or inspired car, I should say.
Like we said, a lot of Kyle Busch inspired trucks. You've got the 32 of Blair Holloman. He's got Rowdy Forever painted on him. Right there, we saw the 21 JP Jones, the number 92 of Kyle Westwood. He has an honorary paint scheme. 45 Justin Boyles. He's got one on. 40 of Gardner. The 5 of Barker. Does Brayton have one on, Hunter?
Let me check. I think he should. I don't know. He's got the Rowdy decals on, but I'm not sure if that is a Kyle Busch paint scheme. It looks familiar, but I just don't. It's not ringing a bell at the moment.
88 of Sailors. I mean, he's got one. We've seen that several times. 49 of Chris Fuge. The 69 of Jared Hayes, who's showing as the 8 on screen. You've also got the 17 Art Nicotera. A lot of people honoring the memory of a great driver. Not exactly everyone's favorite, not the most popular driver, but a great driver. Put the respect where it is due. And just everybody running good. We're almost to 10 laps to go. This race has kind of clicked by.
Yeah, not having any yellows will do that to you.
I said it a moment ago, but Snyder definitely, he can just put it in a little bit of a chill session. He's growing the gap every single lap. 2.4 seconds now, back to Westwood in second. Holloman, he's fallen back from his teammate as well. Westwood, pretty hefty, comfortable gap to third place. Everybody's starting to spread out.
Yeah, but I've been watching the 92, and you can see him kind of having trouble getting to the 21 and being able to get around him, as JP there is going to actually let him by. So now we'll see if Westwood can turn the wick up and close that gap to Heath Snyder. Heath Snyder got a wall of lap traffic ahead of Jared Hayes in that number 8 Hershey's machine. Then Christopher Fuge just up ahead as well. Jared Hayes fighting to stay on the lead lap. As of right now, if the caution was to come out, JP would get the free pass. So Jared Hayes trying not to put himself in that conversation.
Just looking at these trucks, and we're now definitely within 10. Or no, we're not within 10 to go. My math was off. I meant 20 to go earlier. I can't believe my math was off for once and someone didn't correct me. That's a little crazy.
We're approaching 15 to go.
We're approaching 15 to go now. I did the same thing last night. We thought it was to 200, not 225 for the Masters race. I would say, yeah, I agree. A caution would make it interesting. But with that caution, there also comes chaos of everybody knows it's a short sprint to the finish. Everybody is going to be all take. There's going to be no caution. They're throwing caution to the wind at that point. So while caution, yes, it would make the race interesting, it could also lead to a lot of upset drivers and a lot of wrecks.
I would say one upset driver specifically is that 29 of Heath Snyder if the yellow was to come out. You know, I'm sure Blair Holloman and Kyle Westwood would welcome a yellow, but you see the 29 working his way underneath of that 8 car now to put Jared Hayes a lap down.
Yep, there's what I was looking for. But anyways, Sailor's in the 88. He got around Gardner, and Gardner's not let him go. So maybe, as you called it, and what we saw in the first run, Sailor's uses up his tires a little bit, whereas the 40 of Gardner, he kind of closes it in, takes his time. Boyle's up into 5th. He got around Tommy Larkin, the 04. Ramsdell behind him right there. He's a couple laps down, having to come in for a second stop. And that right there, that's what we mean by new tires. Yes, they're good. If you have that offset, it's a good thing, but you're not going to have the time to really make it work, as Ramsdell just completely blew by the 45 of Justin Boyles through turns 1 and 2, like he was almost just standing still. Now it's going to be a matter of, is anybody going to catch up to Snyder, who's got himself nearly 3 seconds back to Kyle Westwood. And Holloman, he's starting to fall into the clutches, only a second ahead of Tyler Chaney in 4th. We could have a battle for 3rd on our hands before too long.
Speaking of battles starting to shape up, looks like the 88 and the 40 are starting to reel in the 04 of Tommy Lark just ever so slightly. So it'll be interesting to see if that battle shapes up, but Colton's still reeling in Jordan Sailors. The gap is now down to half a second.
And you want to talk about something really close. It's the battle for 9th and 10th. Stephen Luttrell, Andrew Nagy. They're only separated by 2 tenths, not even between them. Those two have been stuck together like glue, and they're even gaining on the 88 and 40 in front. You could have a 5-car battle for 6th place.
Looking like Nagy is on the newest tires out of these 4. Nagy just crossed 40 laps on his tires, as Jordan Sailors and Colton Gardner are on 41 and 43.
Here we go, 10 laps to go.
Whoa!
We're at lap 106 and 115. Huge moment out of the 36 of Luttrell.
Able to save it, though. That was a beautiful save out of the 36, and he's kept the position. But he needs to keep his momentum up, which... It's like Nagy looking underneath of the 36 and is going to get clear. So move Nagy to that P9 position. It's just a handful of laps to go. Under 10 laps to go now. For real this time.
For real this time. 3.2 seconds. The gap Snyder has to Westwood in second. And look at that. Look how close they're getting to the wall. Some even scraping it. That was the 49 and the 8, Chris Fuge. And Jared Hayes scraping the wall out of 4. They're still going to be fighting out for position 14th, 15th.
Here
and
comes
Snyder,
Colton Gardner.
He does not have to do anything, and he's got the win. And you're right. Gardner, he's right to the rear of Sailors, but he's also got the 99 and Aggie 36 of Luttrell. They're right behind him.
Yeah, this is going to shape up to be a absolute cinema of a finish.
Four trucks, nose to tail, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. This is the back half of the top 10. Nagy's going to look to the outside of the 40.
Yeah, Nagy had a great turn 4 there, way better than Colton did. Nagy backing it up. Huge run coming from that 99. He's going to get there to the inside of the 40. He gets loose. The 99 loose, but is still able to hold on to it as they go into turn 3. The 36 still right there. After that little moment that he had, he was able to regroup and get right back to it. Now the 36 looking underneath of the 40 as the 99 gets clear. Well, the 99 still loose.
We're watching this battle as it sits right now. Up front, Tyler Cheney, he's closed into Blair Holloman. He's got the gap under a second. It's to 6/10. We're at 5 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to see some still amazing moves? Now, this place creates beautiful finishes. I mean, we saw one last night with the IRL Cup Series. We had 3 wide at the white flag.
Yeah, that 99 does have the freshest tires out of these 4 cars, and it is so obvious. You can tell 99 to the back bumper, the 88, little contact.
A slight bit of contact. And they're going to be rubbing fenders across the start-finish line. Nagy, he's into 6th for just a split moment.
4 laps to go now.
Sailors powers around the outside. Any 4 of these could have P6. It just takes one bad moment and one driver's got to sneak through. They're all 2x2.
Oh, Nagy Jordan in the wall just a tiny bit.
Nagy and Sailors, Gardner, Luttrell, they're side drafting the 88 coming down to the quarter panel of the 99. He sends into turn 1. This ain't the battle for the lead, but it is definitely going to be tight on the exit of 2. Great run out of the 88. Here comes the 40 as well. Nagy going to tuck up behind to get the slipstream for a moment.
36 diving it in on the 40. Oh, no, 99 is really loose.
Out of both the 88 and the 99.
2 laps to go.
With the tank slapper.
36 is looking like the best truck out here right now. 99 way up into the marbles. He's going to make it stick, though.
Luttrell on the inside, white flag lap. Snyder, he's got a 3.5 second lead. Oh, 36 washes up a little bit through 3 and 4.
One more time around for these drivers.
Into turns 3 and 4. Final time. Snyder with the lead. He's got a healthy gap. He's got a power
99 to the 99 with a bump and run on the 40.
Snyder takes home your win, but we're watching that battle for 6th, or not 6th, but 7th place. Sailors, Luttrell, Nagy, and Gardner. Off of the turn 4. Sailors is going to have it. Luttrell got himself through to 8th. We heard right there was a bump and run from the 99 to get 9th from the 40 of Colton Gardner.
Like the 40 is going to be too happy with that.
I don't think he is. There might be some issues with the team meeting later on tomorrow.
They're bumping doors on the cooldown lap.
Heath Snyder with the win. Kyle Westwood, Blair Hallman, round out your top 3. We're going to step away to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back with your unofficial results and the interviews.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We had some great racing here. There were battles all throughout the field, especially at the back half of the top 10. Let's take a look at our unofficial results. Heath Snyder, he got the win, 4-second gap to second place of Kyle Westwood. Blair Hallman rounds out your podium positions in third. Tyler Cheney takes home fourth position. Justin Boyles in fifth. Tommy Larkin sixth. Jordan Sailors, a great run late on, gets seventh. The eighth place goes to Stephen Luttrell. Andrew Nagy made a bump and run into not into, but in the middle of turn 2 to get ninth from the 40 of Colton Gardner. Then 11th, you've got Robert Lewis with his teammate Jacob Barker just behind him. 13th is going to go to Joseph DuPont.
And 14th is Christopher Fuge, the first car one lap down. Then you have Dakota Ramsdell finishing 15th, Jared Hayes 16th, JP Jones 17th, Art Nicotera 18th, Christian Schrader 19th, James Staples 20th. And the final few finishers, Noah Walters 21st, Tyler Rouse 22nd, and Lilith Peters 23rd. Unfortunate to see her finish so low. She had a pretty fast car. truck, I should say.
Well, we're going to get right with our interviews. Third place finisher, Blair Holloman. But Blair, there's something bigger that's happened recently. You're the championship winner. Tell us about your race tonight.
Yeah, it was an interesting night. This truck this evening, definitely tire save was a very big deal. And as the runs went on, it got a little bit more difficult to try to save tire. For instance, me and Westwood, we were gaining on Heath pretty well. And we got the lead down to about 1.4, and I'm still catching. We had a lap truck come off pit road. I don't know if it was zero awareness or he was excited, but just ran deep into 3. I was getting ready to set for the corner. I got shipped, but I can't complain. I watched the lead grow by a whole second, and my tires were cooked. But I wanted to at least see what I had for Heath. I think I had a little bit of something, but who knows? Never had a shot. But
I'd say you definitely had something.
It was a good handling truck. I could get it to wrap the bottoms around here. So like around 1 and 2, I wasn't having a truck really step out coming off the corner at all. It was pretty good. 3 and 4 pretty much is just repetition. If you're on the bottom or even the middle, it's the same line pretty much going into a corner. But race wise, it was pretty good.
I mean, pretty good. We went almost green the entire way. We had that caution lap 1 where there was a bit of kerfluffle going on off of 2. Though, like I also mentioned it, though, you got 3rd place here, but the bigger story, you won the championship 2 weeks out, last race at Dover. All you had to do was start. Just tell me about your season as a whole.
This season's been a very consistent one. We had a lot of really bad starts to the season. I think my average qualifying for the whole season is still pretty bad. But a lot of the events have just been having to claw my way from the back of the field toward the front. We got a lot of top 10s that way this season. It's just a lot of driving to survive. There was a lot of wrecks that I've had to dodge this season at multiple tracks starting that far in the back, and it didn't really allow me to save a lot of tires throughout that season. This season's just been make the best out of what I have, and hopefully something happens a little later once I got track position and see what we could do. Really, that was most of it. When we finally got the new little truck in here, I was like, well, let's change it up. Let's do a couple things different. Change setups, change how I approach the track. Of course, decided to let my friends start painting so I don't have to spend hours doing it. And our qualifying got better. We went from having an 18th position average start to down to 7. And we went from an average finish of 9th down to an average finish of 3.4 this season with the newer truck. So it was just fine tuning what we could do there toward the end of that season. There's a couple races I wish I could have done a little different. Getting wrecked out the lead on my birthday, the first race of the season, was not very fun. Darlington, I really wish I could have just got a top 5 there instead of getting put through the fence. And of course, Indy. If I didn't have to use the restroom at Indy, I'm fairly certain I probably would have had a better shot. But all in all, I can't complain. It's honestly been a very fun season racing with everybody. We've had a lot of interesting drivers join and leave during the season, but the core group of guys that have stayed the whole season have made it a lot of fun. Racing with Heath every week and Westwood, even Cheney, those guys make this season a lot of fun because, they have pace. It's just how can you find that little bit extra to try to be just that little bit better than they are. And most of the season I was trailing, so to say. Heath had some bad luck there toward the last third of the season, but the first 2/3 he had me. It was just making the best of what I had, and I'm glad that I stuck it out, was consistent enough to keep the finishes coming, and when I needed to crank it up a little bit there to try to get this thing more championship caliber, I was able to do it. And I'm just very thankful. A lot of drivers helped me out during the season. I know I've had both Fuge, well, honestly, every Fuge, no matter which league, have raced me pretty clean and friendly. Colton there pushing me at that restart at Pocono helped me get it done. Even Dow, although he's not here, there's a couple races where he'd let me get a lap, or it was nice enough to let me get a spot there because he saw what I was trying to go for, and it was very, very rewarding. Race everybody clean, And thankfully, when it came back around, everyone else was nice enough to race me clean. So I'm very thankful for the season, thankful for the drivers, and hopefully we can roll into Michigan here, put on one hell of a show to finish off the truck season, and carry this momentum into next season.
I mean, that's the hope. We got one race left. Hopefully you can put a stamp on it, go out with a bang, win it, the final race and the championship. But Hunter, you got anything for him?
No, I do not think so.
All right. Well, before we let you go for the rest of the night, Blair, any shout outs you want to give friends, family, and sponsors?
Yeah, there's a couple shout outs. I know the truck looks like Kyle Busch's Traxxas paint scheme. Me and Jordan wanted to twin a little bit this evening. But on the truck, we got Holloman Apple Auto Parts. I want to thank my cousin Tad for joining us for a season of fun. ACR Autocore Recycling. This is my buddy Brian Lefevre's family business. I want to thank him for helping out throughout the year. Of course, E-Racing Designs with my buddy Rob Evans. He had our truck looking good for the last third of the season. I'm thankful he joined on, and we're going to see some cool stuff throughout the next season with whatever we decide to run in SSRL. You're going to see some stuff. But I want to thank you guys. I want to thank my dad for watching. I know he was entertained this evening. Sophia, seen her comment one point while we were under caution. I saw up on the screen because TV's not very far from the sim rig. Hopefully she was entertained by what she saw. But I want to thank you guys for the broadcast. Thank all the Fuges for putting this together, and let's have fun for one more week. Let's give everybody a good show here.
You know what? We thank you for everything that y'all give us to commentate, and I agree. Let's put on one hell of a show come next week at Michigan. End the season with a bang. Congrats on the P3 finish tonight, Blair. Congrats on the championship, and have yourself a good rest of the night.
Thank you, guys. I'll catch you.
We'll see you next week, hopefully. That was P3 of Blair Holland. Now sitting up here in the booth, P2, Kyle Westwood. You got a copy for us?
I got you guys. How's it going?
Doing pretty good. You and Blair had some great battles there for second place. The two of you almost swapping, I think, every 10 or so laps for a while. Run me through your night and what the plan was. We saw mostly everybody went for the single stop. I think it was Staples. He tried the two, but just didn't quite work out for him.
Yeah, we discussed that kind of during the warm-up on if one of us were going to try it or not, but I don't know, we didn't see the benefit to it. I think there was definitely a difference in tires, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it was enough to make up a full lap, and I think you saw that in the race. We kind of went into this with really no plan. Just kind of, to be honest, most weeks we just kind of wing it. I have the mentality of just kind of showing up for fun, but then the competitive side kicks in and I end up putting a little more into it than I ever anticipated. But it was fun. Just I don't think any of us had anything for Heath. Short run felt pretty good for the truck, but Heath had that long run speed and he was just untouchable tonight, so kudos to him.
Kudos to him. You say you don't think you had something for him. I mean, you said on the short run you had that, and there was a moment right there where, and I think I heard it on the radio as well, going into one after you put your nose to his inside through 3 and 4, and you both washed up the track, and there was contact as well that you don't think you just turned in soon enough to give him the space?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did. I just think, I don't know, I think I was watching my nose against maybe too close on the side draft, whatever I was doing at the moment, but I just misjudged the corner entry, and unfortunately I think that was the only reason I got around him tonight, was because I used him up there. But he got me back in a few laps, and then after that, I just wasn't able to keep up with him. And then we had the green flag stops. I had 1 lap fresher tires, but I think when I came out, I blended in with Blair and I forget who else came out of the pit road there. I think it was Staples. And the 3 of us got a little mixed up, and that just kind of allowed Heath to scoot further away. Not that it mattered, because his lap times were still quite a bit better there at the end.
Well, might not have mattered. You could say that there was a couple of points where after you and Blair got single filed out and you weren't side by side racing each other, you were able to bring him in just a little bit, but then he stretched it back out over the long run. Second place, nothing to be sad about. Still got one more week, one more race on the season. Michigan back to the big 2 mile oval?
I think it's a 2 mile.
2 mile oval, high speeds, high draft, momentum based. Got anything planned for that? Just gonna show up, have some fun, give everybody a show to enjoy?
Last race of the season. I think Blair has the championship locked up. I think we're all just kind of showing up for fun next week. You guys know as well as I do that those races can be chaotic, and given the last race of the season, you never know. I think it'll be like a bare knuckle good time.
Well, I'm hoping it's definitely going to be a good time. Before we let you go for the rest of the evening, the rest of the night, any shout outs you want to give, friends, family, and sponsors?
Well, yeah, first, just my teammates. I had Justin join us tonight. So we had Blair, Jordan, and Justin. I want to thank the admins for doing everything that they do, and of course you guys up in the booth for providing a fantastic broadcast this season.
Well, we like to thank you as well. And we're also looking right now on screen at your car. Tell us a little bit about why you went with this specific truck.
Yeah, so this one kills me that I couldn't win with it, but this one means a lot. So that was the first race that I ever attended in person. Was Dover 2008 with my dad, and Kyle Busch ended up dominating that one. That paint scheme's always kind of stuck with me. I'm a big collector of die casts, and that one was always one of my most sought after die casts. But I think I finally got it here maybe 6-7 years ago. So I mean, I got that one on a mantle all by itself. Like I said, it just means a lot to me.
Well, it's definitely beautiful. We might have to hook you up with our friend of Jacob Barker, also big into diecasts. But I hope you have a good rest of your night, Kyle. Again, congratulations on the second place finish. Hope to see you out next week with Michigan.
I'll be there. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one. That was second place, Kyle Westwood. Now for the big man up top, Heath Snyder. Congratulations on your win. What did it feel like out there?
Man, that felt good. It's been a long time since I've dominated a race like that, so being able to put this together on, little practice and little qualifying practice, it feels good. So glad to, kind of finish the league on a high note, since I won't be able to race the Michigan race. So I'll take the win, and we'll look forward to next season.
Well, next season, we still got a while for that. I assume you're not going to be sitting idle the whole time. You're going to be sitting there testing every chance you get. But overall, I mean, complete domination. I'd say it's definitely what you did tonight. Started out on pole, had Ramsdale kind of power off, but that second restart, you completely left him in the dust and didn't look back.
Yeah, for the start of the race, I started in second gear. I wasn't quite comfortable doing first gear start, and then when I saw the jump that he got on me from that, I was like, all right, yeah, we gotta start in first. But yeah, Westwood gave me a run there for a little bit, and I know we kind of got into it, and I think we both kind of sent it into that turn a little too deep, but I was able to chase him back down and then just set sail from there.
Well, we talked, and Blair talked about as well, but we've talked about with you, Snyder, you had a horrible luck in the first half of the season, but then the admin box kind of turning around. You've had better finishes. You've gone out, won a couple races. You won the admin box tournament. Just tell me, as this is, as you said, the last race for the season, for you at least, tell me about your season so far and how you felt.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely frustrating at the start. There was multiple times where I straight up told Dave, like, don't be surprised if I don't come back, because I'm tired of it. But I think throughout the season, the league got a lot better. The people who were, kind of hazards out on the track got some more race awareness, and also was able to, pick up their pace some too. So I think it made the league a little bit more competitive overall. But, a lot of those wreck fests that we were seeing at the beginning of the season started to dwindle down as the season went on. So I think that kind of helped, because, I was getting caught up in a lot of stuff that was not my fault at all. But once the league got a little cleaner and didn't have to worry about that as much, I was able to, focus in a little bit more and put together some good finishes.
put together good finishes you get. Sad we're not going to be able to see you out next week. You've always got a fast truck, just not always the best of luck. We're going to let you go enjoy your win, but before we do, any shout outs you got for us, friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, shout out to the guys back at Harpoon. I appreciate everything they do. I'm unfortunately not as around as much as I would like to with life these days, but they always have stuff ready to go, so I appreciate them for being able to provide that for me. And always got to give a shout out to you guys. You guys have put on a pretty solid broadcast throughout the season, and it's nice having a really consistent place to go to that I can always go back and watch the races and don't have to try to figure out which channel it's on every night. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dave and the rest of the admins over at Spartan. They do a great job with their leagues, and I'm looking forward to what they do for next year.
Well, we appreciate the shout out. We always love being up here. It's y'all that give us the excitement to talk about. Sad we're not going to see you come next week, but next season I think it's going to be interesting based off what little rumors I've heard. Can't say what they are, but I've heard some rumors about what we're going to do. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Go celebrate that win, Heath.
I appreciate it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, because I've heard some things I think will be a positive for the league, so definitely looking forward to it.
Well, have a good rest of your night.
Thank you, you guys as well.
Thank you. That right there, your winner, Heath Snyder. And from up here in the booth, you've got myself being on. We didn't have Gage today. We had Hunter replace him. Good producer Kobe. And of course, huge special thank you to Dave for putting together Spartan Sim Racing League. Every night is a good two nights of the week where we can come and have some fun, be some guys, and just, play around a bit. There ain't nothing too much serious going on. If you want to become a sponsor, always contact the league owner at the point. You want to be a driver? Well, it's the end of the season. Not sure if that's going to happen exactly now at this point, but that is a good way to follow as well. We've also got several social media links for you to follow up on and stay up to date right there. Facebook, YouTube, Discord. There's also an Instagram that I know posts after each and every race that you can follow along, root for your favorite drivers. They show race results, point standings, everything that you can keep it up with. And we talked about it several times. Next race out, it's going to be Michigan International, the finale. Blair Holloman already locked up his championship. It's just going to be a fun race, and it's going to be some high speeds up in the rolling hills. Remember as well, with the special thanks to Kobe, please like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells. That way you can catch every single stream he does. He does more than just here at Spartan. He's got a whole series of races that he covers, and we can't be doing this without him. As for yourself, I've been Wesley Fuge. I was joined by Hunter Hughes today. We appreciate y'all. Have a good night.